In the heart of Argentina, where the formidable Andes stretch skyward like ancient sentinels, Mendoza unfolds, a realm where the earth itself bleeds passion for viticulture. This land, kissed by the sun and nurtured by patient hands, cradles vineyards as vast and intricate as the stories they inspire. Here, the drama of nature, its wild whims and serene moments, intertwines seamlessly with human curiosity and the enigmas of a land that feels both ancient and vibrantly alive. Amidst this natural theatre, at the renowned Vines Resort and Spa, stands a vintner, as seasoned and rugged as the mountain terrains that shelter his beloved vines. His hands, gnarled like the twisted branches of the old vine rows he wanders through, tell tales of seasons past, of sun and rain, of growth and harvest. He holds aloft a glass of Malbec, its contents swirling with the deep ruby hues of a twilight sky. The wine, rich and profound, catches the last rays of the setting sun, transforming into a radiant, glowing jewel against the encroaching dusk. The elder vintner gazes through the liquid ruby, his eyes reflecting the fire of the wine. The guests around him are drawn to the warmth of his voice, as resonant and layered as the wines he crafts. With each word he speaks, the air around seems to thicken with mystery, the stories of the land weaving through the vines and into the hearts of those who listen. This wine, he begins, his voice a soft rumble, is like our very souls, shaped by the land, seasoned by the weather, and enriched by time. Each sip holds whispers of the earth, secrets of the Andes, and tales of the relentless pursuit of beauty. The sun dips lower, the sky now a canvas of fiery orange and deepening purple, the perfect backdrop for the wine master's tales of mystery and passion, woven into the very essence of Mendoza. The twilight deepens, and the guests sip their wine, feeling the weight of the ancient land in their glasses, captivated by the union of nature's drama and human curiosity. Carlos Yepes, a vibrant force of nature with a spirit as deep and enigmatic as the Malbec he adores, stands as the lifeblood of the Vines Resort and Spa. By day, his infectious energy and warmth radiate through the corridors of the resort, lighting up faces and warming hearts. His deep connection to the land and its traditions anchor him, yet each evening, as the sky darkens and the stars begin their nightly dance, a restless curiosity stirs within him, a yearning for the secrets veiled by night. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in strokes of fiery orange and dusky purple, Carlos is joined by Martina, his daring and spirited companion. Together, they transform into seekers of the unknown. The evening air around them buzzes with the thrill of anticipation as they spread out ancient maps and modern charts under the soft glow of a lantern. Their hands, nimble and practiced, trace potential paths and pinpoint locations rumored to be hotbeds of unexplained phenomena. On a particularly clear night, under a vast dome of twinkling stars, their adventure takes a sudden, breath-stopping turn. Carlos, with the steady hands of a seasoned explorer, sets his high-tech camera on its tripod, aiming it towards the heavens. The air is crisp, charged with a palpable sense of the unknown, as they await the camera's revealing flash. The camera's screen flickers to life, displaying an image that captures their breath in their throats, a mysterious shape, ethereal and perfectly suspended in the air, its edges glowing with an otherworldly light. This spectral form, bathed in a luminescent aura, hangs against the backdrop of the night sky, as if it belongs to another realm, momentarily visible through a rare tear in the veil between worlds. Carlos and Martina stand in awe, the chill of the evening forgotten, as they peer into the camera's small window into a possibly unknown civilization. The shape, elusive and mesmerizing, seems almost aware of their gaze, suspended in the silence of the night, a silent sentinel from beyond. As they stand under the celestial canopy, their minds race with possibilities. What could this signify? Is this the source of the mysterious lights that have peppered local legends for generations? The discovery feels like a call, a beckoning into deeper mysteries that lie hidden in the shadowed folds of the Andes. A soft, eerie hum fills the air, hinting at the presence of something unknown, something just beyond the grasp of reality.
What if it's real, Martina? What if we're on the brink of something extraordinary?
Martina, her voice bright with enthusiasm and encouragement.
Imagine the possibilities, Carlos. We can't turn back now, we're too close.
The hum intensifies subtly, blending with the natural night sounds, creating a tapestry of the mysterious and the mundane. Carlos, voice firm, imbued with newfound determination.
We go further. There's no turning back now.
In that moment, a faint, high-pitched tone echoes, as if the mysterious lights themselves are calling out to them, urging them onward. And so, beneath the ever-watchful eyes of the ancient Andes, Carlos and Martina step boldly into the unknown. Their path, illuminated by the soft, vine-scented breeze and the lore of their ancestors, weaves through the very fabric of Mendoza's mystical landscape. With each step, their journey promises to peel back the layers of celestial mysteries that have long cast a shadow over these ancient lands. What secrets lie hidden in the heart of the Andes? What ancient stories are etched into the stones and whispered by the winds? Only the mountains hold these truths, and soon, perhaps, so will Carlos and Martina. The mighty Andes, their peaks like jagged teeth biting into the sky, stand as silent sentinels over the tiny figures of Carlos and Martina. With backpacks laden with gear and hearts heavy with hope, they begin their ascent into the vast, unexplored depths of these ancient mountains. The orderly vineyards of Mendoza are far behind them, replaced by the untamed wilderness where the earth whispers its oldest secrets. As they climb higher, the air thins and the landscape transforms. Gone are the lush, verdant fields, replaced by stark, rocky outcrops and tough, wind-battered shrubs clinging to life in this harsh environment. The wind here carries tales of ages past, each gust a breath of ancient times, each step forward a venture into the unknown. As Carlos and Martina continue their arduous trek through the rugged terrain of the Andes, their evenings at camp become a cherished ritual. Surrounded by the imposing silhouettes of towering peaks, they sit by the flickering campfire, the flames casting a warm glow on their faces. They dine on simple yet nourishing meals, thick stews and freshly baked bread, food that fills their stomachs and warms their spirits as they delve into tales of days gone by and visions of what lies ahead. Carlos with a thoughtful, nostalgic tone.
You know, back when I was a kid in Buenos Aires, the city lights drowned out the stars. Coming here, seeing the sky so clear, it's like discovering a whole new layer of the world.
Martina, laughing softly, her voice filled with wonder.
It's magical, isn't it? My grandmother used to say that these mountains hold secrets old as time itself, whispered by the wind and guarded by the stars.
A light breeze picks up, stirring the flames, as if reacting to Martina's words. Their laughter echoes off the mountain walls, a sound pure and crisp in the cold air. Yet, beneath the camaraderie, a subtle tension simmers. Martina's tales of spirits and celestial guardians contrast sharply with Carlos's worldview, grounded in the tangible and explainable. Carlos, slightly skeptical, yet intrigued.
I love your stories, Martina, but I struggle with these ideas. How do you reconcile these legends with reality?
Martina, smiling, her eyes twinkling with mischief.
But isn't that what we're here for? To challenge what we think we know. Sometimes feeling is believing, Carlos.
Their discussions often wind down to playful yet charged exchanges, where glances linger longer than necessary, charged with unspoken thoughts and feelings. The mountain air, cold and crisp, seems to sharpen their senses, making each word, each look, all the more poignant. Martina, more seriously, leaning in closer.
Look at those petroglyphs we found today, Carlos. Don't you feel there's something otherworldly about them? As if those ancient people touched something beyond our understanding.
Carlos, pausing, his voice a mix of resignation and fascination.
It's hard to deny there's something strange about those symbols, I'll give you that. Maybe there's room for both our views in this mystery.
The night deepens, stars twinkling above as the campfire crackles, a comforting constant in their journey of discovery. As the fire dies down to glowing embers, the night wraps around them like a dark cloak. Their shared meals become more than just physical sustenance. They are a communion of minds and souls, exploring the boundaries between the known and the unknown, between science and the supernatural. In the heart of the Andes, under the watchful gaze of the ancient guardians, Carlos and Martina find themselves drawn closer, not just by their quest, but by the realization that perhaps, in this vast, mysterious world, there is space for both their dreams and doubts. Carlos and Martina's journey through the Andes is a test of both their physical endurance and their mental resolve. Each day presents new hurdles. The paths are not just trails, but gauntlets laid by nature herself. They wind along narrow ledges where the earth crumbles at a whisper, and ascend steep inclines that demand every ounce of their strength. They come upon rivers that surge with the lifeblood of the mountains, cold, clear, and merciless in their rush. Carlos and Martina learn to cross these watery obstacles with cautious respect, using ropes to steady themselves against the current's pull, their hearts beating in sync with the river's powerful rhythm. As they climb, the slopes become treacherous, covered in a slick moss that clings to the rocks like a slippery veil. Each step is a calculated risk, their boots seeking purchase on the uncertain ground beneath the ever-present watch of the towering peaks. When night falls, the sky above the Andes opens into a canvas of infinite stars, under which they rest their weary bodies. Here, around the warmth of small crackling fires, local guides join them. These custodians of mountain lore share ancient tales passed down through generations, stories of spirits that roam the high crags and of star travelers who descended upon these peaks in ages long forgotten. These stories, told in hushed tones, are not merely to pass the chilly evenings. They serve as both entertainment and subtle cautions, warnings of the deep, primal forces believed to reside within these mountains. The guides speak of places where the earth is thin, where one might slip through into realms beyond, and of starlit paths that the daring or the foolish might walk to meet their fates among the celestial beings. As Carlos and Martina listen, captivated, the tales weave into their dreams, coloring their sleep with visions of shadowy figures and luminous creatures, each story enriching their understanding of this place. The folklore of the Andes, rich and alive, feeds their imagination and fuels their determination to uncover the truths hidden in these enigmatic peaks. The muted roar of a waterfall cascades in the background, its mist cooling the air as Carlos and Martina make their way through dense foliage. Led by whispers of ancient secrets, Carlos and Martina arrive at a hidden grotto, where a waterfall cascades like a curtain of liquid crystal, disappearing mysteriously into the stony earth below. With a mixture of awe and anticipation, they slip behind the watery veil to discover a hidden cave, a secret sanctuary carved by time itself. Inside, the air is cool and damp, the silence profound except for the distant sound of the waterfall. The cave walls, rough and ancient, come alive under the beam of their flashlights. Intricate petroglyphs are etched into the rock, glowing faintly as if imbued with their own light. The images depict celestial beings with elongated bodies and starry eyes, surrounded by cryptic charts that map the heavens in a language lost to time. Carlos, in hushed tones, his voice filled with wonder.
Look at this, Martina. These aren't just random drawings. These are stories written in stone. Could the ancient people here have really made contact with other worlds?
Martina, equally mesmerized, her voice a whisper of excitement.
It's like they were part of a greater cosmos, Carlos. These beings, they look otherworldly. This could be the proof we've been searching for.
As they move deeper into the cave, the light from their flashlights dances across the walls, casting large, haunting shadows. In their eagerness to capture every detail, Carlos's hand brushes against a seemingly innocuous part of the wall, triggering a hidden sensor. A beep pierces the silent reverence of the cave, a stark reminder that they are treading where perhaps they were never meant to tread. Carlos, his excitement turning to alarm.
Did you hear that? That wasn't our equipment.
I heard it too. Carlos, I think we've set something off. We might not be the only ones interested in these secrets.
A distant mechanical hum begins to grow louder, as if something is approaching. Their initial thrill of discovery quickly curdles into apprehension. The cave, once a chamber of wonders, now feels like a trap. As they glance at each other, a silent agreement passes between them. This moment of triumph has indeed turned sour. The realization that they are not alone, that others are possibly tracking their every move, sends a chill down their spines. Carlos, whispering, urgency clear in his voice.
We need to move, Martina. Now. We can't afford to get caught.
Martina, nodding, her eyes scanning the shadows.
Let's collect what we can and get out. This place, it's not just about discovery anymore, it's about survival.
The hum grows louder, mixed with the sound of distant voices. The urgency to escape becomes palpable. With a mix of fear and determination, they hastily gather their recordings, the mysterious glow of the petroglyphs watching silently as they prepare to flee the cave. What started as a quest for knowledge is quickly morphing into a dangerous game of cat and mouse within the echoing depths of the Andes. The distant whir of drone motors blends with the natural sounds of the wild Andes, heightening the sense of urgency and danger. The once tranquil journey through the mountainous expanse becomes a nerve-wracking escape as signs of pursuit thicken around Carlos and Martina. Drones, like mechanical birds of prey, hover ominously above, their cameras panning and tilting with cold precision. Below, shadowy figures, mere specks against the vast, rugged terrain, track their every move. The natural barriers of the Andes, which had once seemed allies in their exploration, now turn into formidable obstacles. The duo uses the jagged landscape to their advantage, ducking behind rocks and slipping through narrow cracks. The earth underfoot is treacherous, a mosaic of loose stones and steep drops that test their every step. As they navigate this labyrinthine terrain, their encounters with their pursuers escalate, culminating in a heart-pounding chase through a narrow canyon, the walls rising steeply on either side, closing them in. Disaster strikes at the heart of the chase. Martina, in a desperate attempt to leap over a rocky crack, misjudges her landing. Her ankle twists cruelly beneath her, sending a jolt of pain that cuts through the chaos of the escape. The camera, slung around her neck, is torn away as they fall, snatched by a lurking figure who melts back into the shadows with their priceless trove of images and data. Carlos, panic and concern evident in his voice.
Martina, hold on. Just stay still. Let me see.
Martina, her voice strained, fighting through the pain.
It's bad, Carlos. I can't put any weight on it. Even more bad, my camera's gone, they grabbed it. And what's even worse, my satellite uplink is gone as well. Don't ask me how.
Hidden beneath the cold shadow of an overhang, Carlos and Martina find a precarious moment of rest. Carlos looks at Martina, her face etched with pain and exhaustion, her usually vibrant spirit now dimmed. The weight of their situation settles heavily upon him, a crushing reminder of the dangers they face in their quest for truth. Carlos, his voice soft, filled with regret.
I'm so sorry, Martina. This was supposed to be about discovery, not this.
Martina, weakly smiling, trying to lighten the mood.
Hey, every great adventure has its trials, right? We just got more than we bargained for.
As the shadows lengthen and the temperature drops, the stark reality of their situation becomes undeniable. They are deep in the wilderness, wounded, hunted, and without their most crucial piece of equipment. Carlos's thoughts churn as he watches over Martina, the flames of their small fire flickering reflections of his troubled thoughts. Carlos, murmuring more to himself than to Martina.
We need to get out of here. Find help. We can't let this end here. Not like this.
With the stars veiled by creeping clouds, and their circumstances growing more dire by the minute, the question looms large in the chilling air. How will they navigate this challenging and dangerous chapter of their journey? Will the secrets of the Andes allow them passage, or will the mountains claim their tribute in their quest for hidden truths? That night, beneath the vast expanse of an uncaring sky, Carlos sits huddled by the leftovers of their campfire, the flames fading into dying embers. Martina, wrapped in blankets, rests fitfully nearby, her breathing uneven with pain. The darkness around them feels almost palpable, pressing in with cold fingers as Carlos stares into the fire, lost in thought. The mysteries of the Andes that once beckoned with the allure of undiscovered wonders now loom over him like specters of dread. Each spark that leaps from the fire into the night sky carries with it a piece of his hope, fizzling out high above in the chill air. With a heavy heart, he tosses another piece of wood into the fire, watching the sparks fly upward and vanish into darkness, Carlos murmuring, his voice a mixture of wonder and resignation.
Maybe some secrets are meant to remain hidden.
As the fire dwindles to nothing but embers, the harsh truth of their predicament settles around him. The enormity of their journey, the stark reality of potential failure, and the profound cost of his relentless pursuit of truth weigh heavily on his soul. The physical chill of the night air is nothing compared to the chill of doubt that creeps into his heart, as relentless and pervasive as the darkness that envelops them. A lone wolf howls in the distance, its mournful cry echoing through the valley, a haunting reminder of their isolation. In the oppressive silence that follows, Carlos's thoughts spiral. The adventure that began with dreams of discovery has led them into peril, both physical and existential. As he watches over Martina, his concern for her well-being intertwines with his internal struggle. Is the pursuit of hidden knowledge worth the price they are now paying? Carlos, softly, almost to himself, as he gazes up at the indifferent stars.
What are we really searching for out here? Is it worth more than our safety? Our lives?
The final crackling of the fire fades, leaving only the sounds of the nocturnal wilderness and the distant echo of the wolf's call. As the last light of the campfire is swallowed by the encroaching darkness, Carlos feels the weight of their quest more acutely than ever. The cold deepens, and the shadows of doubt linger as the night stretches on endlessly. In this moment of vulnerability, the stark reality of their adventure is laid bare, and the question of what lies ahead hangs heavy in the cold mountain air. As the new day begins to chase away the remnants of night, Carlos, wrapped in the warmth of his sleeping bag, shifts closer to the fading glow of their campfire. The tranquility of the moment is enriched by the rhythmic breathing of Martina, sleeping beside him, and the soaring call of a condor high above, a natural symphony that speaks of the untouched beauty of the Andes. Carlos, softly, with a growing sense of discovery.
Martina, wake up. You have to see this.
Martina, stirring, her voice a blend of sleepiness and curiosity.
What is it, Carlos?
Carlos, handing her the photographs, his voice filled with excitement.
Look here. Where we captured the lights. See this pattern? It's not random. It matches the petroglyphs we found in the cave. Exactly like them.
Martina, now fully awake, her interest piqued.
This is incredible. It's like a message left for us across millennia.
Carlos, more to himself, his mind racing.
If we can decode this, it might lead us directly to whatever's causing these lights.
Martina, grabbing a notepad, starting to sketch rapidly.
Let's map this out. If we overlay these patterns with the star charts we have, maybe we can pinpoint a location. This could be a map, Carlos. A map to something monumental.
As the sun climbs higher, the light illuminating their makeshift workspace, Carlos and Martina work feverishly. Each photograph, each sketch, each whispered theory builds upon the last, forming a bridge between ancient secrets and present curiosity. Carlos, pointing to a spot on Martina's sketch, his voice a mix of hope and determination.
There, that peak there, it's not just part of the mountain range. It might be the focal point of all this activity.
Martina, eyes wide, a tremor of excitement in her voice.
Imagine if we're right about this. It's not just a discovery, Carlos, it's a revelation. We could be the first to prove there's more to these legends than just tales.
With the map marked and their gear packed, the dawn's early light no longer just heralds a new day. It illuminates a path forward, a route paved with potential wonders and undeniable risks. As they extinguish the last of the campfire, leaving no trace of their presence, Carlos and Martina step into the morning with a shared resolve to chase down the secrets hidden by the skies and guarded by the Andes. With their spirits lifted by a groundbreaking discovery, Carlos and Martina work with renewed vigor, laying out the weathered photographs beside the ancient petroglyphs. As they draw lines and match patterns, a clear image begins to form, a map crafted not just of earth and stone, but of time and light. This celestial map, a direct beacon to the peak where the mysterious lights have been observed, calls to them with the force of destiny. Martina enthused, her hands tracing the routes.
This is it, Carlos. It all lines up. Look how the symbols from the cave mirror the stars above that peak.
Carlos, his eyes alight with purpose.
It's more than coincidence. It's guidance. These lights and symbols, they've been leading us here from the start.
Determined to reclaim what was taken from them, and to broadcast the truth of their findings to the world, Carlos and Martina pack their equipment with methodical care. Hidden pockets in their backpacks conceal not only a backup camera, but also a satellite uplink, aged and unreliable, with no certainty it can get the job done. Aware of its limitations, they meticulously lay out various scenarios for retrieving the stolen uplink, suspecting that those who took it might still be lurking near the peak, monitoring every approach. Their previous encounter had shown that although their adversaries had the upper hand, they had not intended to cause harm, a realization that bolsters their courage. Confident that direct confrontation is unlikely to turn violent, they prepare to face whatever challenges await, driven by an unyielding resolve to unveil the truth. The trail before them is daunting, snaking its way up the steep inclines of the Andes. The air grows thinner with every meter they ascend, the atmosphere shrinking around them as if to squeeze the resolve from their lungs. But with each challenging step, their determination only strengthens, driven by the adrenaline of imminent revelation and the support of each other's unwavering belief in their mission. Despite her recent injury, Martina's foot, though still aching, has healed better than expected. It wasn't as serious as they initially feared, and her high pain tolerance allows her to continue with renewed vigor, her spirit undimmed by the challenge. Carlos, breathing heavily, his voice steady with resolve.
Every step we take, every breath we struggle for, brings us closer to the truth. This isn't just about us anymore. It's about showing the world.
Martina, her face set, eyes on the path ahead.
And proving that some secrets are meant to be uncovered. We're not just chasing lights, we're chasing a connection that spans across time and space.
As they climb, the landscape shifts dramatically. Stark, imposing cliffs flank the narrow path, and below, the world seems to drop away into vast, cloud-filled valleys. The peak looms ever closer, its silhouette a jagged line against the brightening sky, an ancient sentinel watching their progress. Their final ascent is a testament to human resilience and curiosity. With every ounce of strength, with every piece of technology at their disposal, Carlos and Martina push onward. The mystery of the celestial phenomena that beckoned them from the stars now lies just within reach, atop the highest reaches of the Andes, where the earth touches the sky, and secrets unfold under the watchful gaze of the cosmos. From what they believe to be a somewhat safe distance, they begin to scout the area with their remaining camera and binoculars. As expected, they spot the presence of a group of people, indicated by what looks to be 2 or 3 tents. Nearby, various pieces of equipment are scattered. Could Martina's camera perhaps be right there among them? Strangely, they cannot spot any people, and to their surprise, there are no signs of drones or other surveillance technology. Armed with this information, they settle on a specific plan to approach and investigate the site more closely, hopeful that they can reclaim their stolen items and continue their mission without direct confrontation. As Carlos and Martina approach the peak, their eyes catch movements in the shadows, figures they quickly identify as government agents, likely guarding the stolen equipment. Creeping closer with caution, they confirm their suspicions. There, amidst a cluster of high-tech gear, lies Martina's camera, unmistakably part of the horde. Carlos, whispering with intense focus.
Everything's set. Are you ready, Martina?
Martina, responding with a determined whisper.
Now, go.
This critical moment calls for Carlos's secret weapon. He releases the drone, programmed to emulate the enigmatic celestial lights. However, Carlos tweaks the drone's display to emit an irregular, more captivating pattern. As the drone ascends, its lights flicker and dance in the darkening sky, creating a hypnotic spectacle. The agents, caught off guard, are utterly transfixed by this abnormal celestial display, their attention diverted from their posts. This unexpected distraction provides Carlos and Martina the perfect opportunity to close in and reclaim what was taken from them. Seizing the moment, Martina, agile and silent as the shadows that envelop her, dashes towards her beloved camera and the other crucial equipment. Her movements are precise, every step calculated to avoid detection. Meanwhile, Carlos, with steady hands, controls the drone, his heart pounding in sync with each maneuver. In these pulse-racing moments, their plan unfolds with the precision of a well-rehearsed play. Martina retrieves their vital equipment, cameras, data drives, and the satellite uplink. Together, they hurriedly establish the satellite connection, a digital lifeline stretching out to the world, waiting beyond the mountains. Martina, breathing softly into her mic.
I've got the equipment, setting up the link now.
Carlos, speaking into the camera, his voice resonating with the gravity of their discoveries.
To everyone watching, what we are about to show you redefines our understanding of history and our place in the cosmos. These lights, these patterns, they are not mere natural phenomena. They are part of a legacy, a communication spanning across the vastness of space and time.
As Carlos speaks, revealing the intertwining of extraterrestrial activity with ancient human civilizations, the agents, now aware of the broadcast, are caught off guard. Under the scrutiny of a global audience, they hesitate, their mission compromised by the public exposure. As the last words of Carlos's revelation echo across the airwaves, the government agents, caught unexpectedly under the glaring lens of international scrutiny, find themselves without cover. Their mission to obscure the truth falters under the weight of the world's gaze. With no further cards to play, they retreat, their figures diminishing into the darkness of the mountain, outmaneuvered and utterly exposed. Standing alone on the peak, Carlos and Martina witness the retreat of their adversaries, a tangible sense of victory enveloping them as the truth of their findings, the link between human history and extraterrestrial influence, unfolds before the world. The mysterious lights, which had danced above them throughout their journey, pulse with a new intensity, as if celebrating the unveiling of their secrets. Carlos, turning to Martina, a smile spreading across his face.
We did it, Martina. It's all out there now. Nothing can hide the truth anymore.
Martina, her eyes reflecting the light, voice filled with wonder.
Look at them, Carlos, the lights. It's as if they understand that we've uncovered their message.
As their live broadcast concludes, the signal fading away like the final notes of a symphony, Carlos and Martina descend from the peak. They return to the Vineyard Hill, where their incredible journey began. Once just observers, they are now pioneers who have bridged the gap between ancient myths and modern reality. Standing atop the hill, they gaze up at the still swirling lights in the sky. These phenomena, once mere subjects of folklore and speculation, are now recognized parts of our shared cosmic heritage, a testament to human curiosity and daring. Their figures, small against the vastness of the landscape, stand resolute and triumphant, a visual metaphor for the relentless human spirit's quest for understanding. The mountains, stoic and immense, bear witness to the transformation of mystery into knowledge. As the screen fades to black, Carlos and Martina are left with a profound sense of awe and wonder, and the enduring question, what other secrets lie hidden among the stars, waiting for the next daring soul to uncover them?
Through the vineyards in the morning light, Carlos and Martina, they start the flight. Boots on gravel, hearts alight. Up the end, it's out of sight. Luz del Andino, dance in the sky. Secretos antiguos never die. Under the stars, they fly so high, chasing the mysteries by and by. Crossing rivers, climbing slopes, their spirits high, filled with hopes. In the cave with ancient notes, in La Luz they find their quotes. Luz del Andino, dance in the sky. Secretos antiguos never die. With a drone they light the way, outmaneuver, make their play, broadcasting truth without delay. El Mundo watches, come what may. Luz del Andino dance in the sky, secretos antiguos never die. Under the stars they fly so high, chasing the mysteries by and by. On the peak the lights still glow, Carlos and Martina, now they know. Through the highs and the lows, the Andes whispers, the wind it blows.
We are the Story Brothers, and we thank you so much for listening. We very much appreciate you. Our journey is all about exploring what we can do with storytelling and AI. With an abundance of stories, ideas, and topics to explore, the big question is, how far can we take them with generative AI by our side? Please share if you like what you hear. Stay tuned for more excitement and adventure coming your way very soon. Cheers!